Yeah, this YouTube video is just going to be called Notes. This is just a note that I came up with, some things I was thinking about real quick. And it's going to be a short video. It's not going to be that long. Well, remember I was talking about the three Antichrists? Well, I'm saying the Pope is the religious Antichrist, Bill Gates is the technological Antichrist, and Obama is the political Antichrist. Okay? Let me see what else I have in my notes real quick. In the Bible it talks about the I think it's in Revelations. I forget which chapter and verse, but the 140, where the Bible talks about the 144,000 get sealed, it talks about sealing in their foreheads. Okay, and then it says later on in that I think maybe the next chapter, it talks about how the locusts come out, which I think is that hornet bee that's out there. But anyway, it comes out and tortures men 5 months who don't have the seal of God in their forehead, or not in their forehead, but had the seal of God on them. Well, the only ones that mentioned that are sealed are the 144,000. So that to me means everybody else is fair game. Okay, the only people that ain't going to be tortured by these insects for the 5 months are the ones that are 144,000 sealed, because those are the only references of being sealed in their foreheads. Okay, and it talks about in the thing, you can look it up in the Bible. Maybe I'll look it up and I'll put it in the description box, the Bible verse where it says, go out and you're going to hurt the men for 5 months who doesn't have the seal of God. Okay, so I just find that interesting. And here's another little tidbit I was thinking about. I don't know, but it's possible, because everybody knows the devil likes to try to copy and mimic Father God, Yeshua. Father God, Elohim. He tries to mimic him. So, could it possibly be that Obama, okay, could he be the satanic equivalent of John the Baptist, the forerunner of the actual Antichrist that's going to come up on the world stage, okay, as a political Antichrist, okay? And there's a guy, I'm going to put a link to the guy's name, but he came out of the blue, and he's called the second Obama, and he might be possibly an Antichrist too. And if you Google his name in the gematria, it comes up 666 automatic, straight up. Okay, Barack Obama's name doesn't come up 666. You have to manipulate it to make it fit. So, I'm just thinking that maybe Obama might have been the satanic version of the John the Baptist. How John the Baptist happened first, and then Yeshua came later on. So Obama came first, and then the next one's going to be the actual one, the main person. But like I said, I do think there's three Antichrists. I think they have different agendas. One's religious, one's technological, and one's political. Okay? And hell is eternal, because as the Bible verse says, the worm never dieth, and the fire is never quenched. I remember that. I don't know the exact verse, but I'll find it and put it in the description box. But there's no purgatory, okay, and hell is forever. It doesn't stop after a certain amount of time. You don't just vaporize and burn up and you're done. You're tortured forever and ever and ever. Okay, somebody came out and said hell is only a limited time, and after you burn up, you're done. That's it. You cease to exist. The Bible doesn't say that. Okay, that's a misinterpretation of the Bible, straight up. All right, and then here's let me see what else it is. Oh, now, if they tell you that people died from COVID-19, okay, and it's kids and people, all right, and it's a big number, like millions or 2-3 million people, kids everywhere died from COVID-19, that's probably not COVID-19, because COVID-19 don't exist, but it could be the rapture. Okay, and I don't know, they're probably going to delete the video because I said COVID-19, so I don't know. But anyway, it's the rapture that took them. It wasn't no COVID-19 that killed them. Okay. Let me see what else I put down in my notes here. Oh, and now they have people on there that are anti-vaxxers. They're classified as anti-vaxxers, and they're a danger to society or whatever. There's certain rhetoric with anti-vaxxers and everything. But I personally believe the anti-vaxxers are people that have some type of religious background. Some type of religious background are probably the anti-vaxxers. Okay. Let me see what else I got here. And also too, I find it kind of interesting. Okay, and I did a little bit of background check on it, but you know, it's a lot of in-depth study, and I don't have really time to go into it, but you can do it yourself. But Obama, when he got out of being the president, he went around sponsoring all these governors, congressmen, and senators, right? Well, they're all either gay, Catholic, or pro-abortion. You know, they're one of those type of people, okay? But he supported every one of them, and they all got elected in the office. And if you notice, the people that are on lockdown in the states that don't want to open up, they're all, I think a majority of them are Democratic people. But if you back check it and see, they were nominated or backed up by Obama to get them elected to begin with. Okay, I bet you if you do a correlation and you do a cross check, you're going to see that every person that's, you know, like, for example, the guy in New York, the governor in New York, that don't want to open up the country, and I mean not the country, but New York, and don't want to open up New York and all that, and is determined we got to do this, and all that. I bet you if you back check it, before he ran for office, who was supporting him or who backed him or who nominated him, Obama spoke at one of his rallies. Obama put his support behind him. That's a theory I have. I ain't going to verify it and try to dig into it because I personally don't care. I'm just saying that Obama had a lot to do with how America fell. Okay, because he set everything up. He put all the people that were either gay, lesbian, or pro-abortion or Catholic in key political offices because he always backed them. He always went to the rally, talked for them, patted them on the back, you know, endorsed them or whatever, and they got elected. All right. So, and I find it kind of odd if you think about it. It's an irony. And what I mean irony is this. And this, I ain't trying to be racist or have any disrespect to anybody. I'm just using, you know, my little observational common sense. All right. The people that built America destroyed America. Okay? And what I mean by that is, back in the 1800s, 1700s, when America was first founded, we had slaves coming over here building America. Okay? Doing all the migrant workers and all that stuff, right? Okay? But they were slaves. Okay? When Obama became president, okay, or ran for office, okay, he was an African American, okay, or a black man. Okay, you see my point? The African American people put Obama into the office, which come to find out later on, after he already did all his damage, he's a Muslim, he's a gay, he's married to a man that's a transvestite. Everybody knows that. Nobody comes out and actually has the guts to come out and say it the way it is. They ain't going to call, you know, a spade a spade. They're going to be like, oh, I don't know, we can't say that. But yeah, it's common sense. You can tell. You just by looking at looking at his boyfriend, you know, Obama's boyfriend, you can tell it's a man. It's not a woman. But anyway, I find it kind of odd that the same people that built America voted for the person that was going to put in Obamacare, which is a database to collect all the information. It's putting in all the putting in the people that are in different political offices that he all backed, and all the ones that he backed just so happen to be the ones that are so bound and determined to keep everything locked down and saying this thing's so widespread, real, and they're pushing it so hard. And another thing I found interesting too is this Bill Gates guy. He owns a lot of the media. He owns stock and most of these news organizations. Like, I think he might even own YouTube and Google or whatever. He owns a lot of, I think it was like 250 different companies he owns. Okay, so he's a shareholder in 250 different companies, and I bet you some of them companies are news advertisements, like CNN, maybe, for example. I don't know what all he owns and stuff, but I'm just saying, if he's on the board of directors or he's a big shareholder, they're going to be biased and not do anything and say that everything that talks about Bill Gates is a conspiracy. So I just find that kind of odd. I don't know if this video is going to go uploaded or not, but this is just a note video. But I've used a lot of key algorithm words that the algorithm's probably going to pick up and say, oh, you can't say that. But we're going to see if it goes up in any way. But anyway, those are just some things I'd like for you guys to think about. And one more real quick thing is, I think because the anti-vaxxers are Christians, I think those are the ones that are going to be beheaded for the testimony. That's what I'm just thinking. Well, anyway, I'm wrapping this up. Y'all have a good night.